between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
First carry for James Conner. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified. Unbelievable.
We talked about the field, specifically linebackers keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that up and down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go
at their own 25-yard line. Now Locke. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack.
Back to throw. Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
And here comes Dortch on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's McCoy. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Just not a whole lot of room now.
McCoy. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Looking to throw on second down. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A Locke finding Fant for the Seahawk first down.
First down by Noah Fant. You're reminded watching him play. He's one of the most athletic tight ends we saw coming out of college in recent years. Every route and every catch can be turned into a bigger play with what he can do as an athlete in the open field. A nice big play from him there for the first down.
The Seahawks in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times.
Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive.
McCoy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. McCoy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. That's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw. McCoy. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there, let him go get it.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go.
At their own 27. Here's Locke to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there on a 1st down for Seattle.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Locke. Finding Walker complete. Touchdown.
Ken Walker,
46 yards.
And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially when it's the offense in any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll buy some time right. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So a failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A few issues here on the offensive line, apparently. He got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
To try again after the sack. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Block now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On the return, Dortch. Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw again on 2nd down. McCoy. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And this defense for the Cardinals, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, McCoy. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, McCoy.
On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins.
These two teams all tied after one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, McCoy. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals.
God, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They fake the handoff, now Locke. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Seahawks in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards will take over here just shy of the 30. That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touch.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to get it back here just past the 35. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. McCoy going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 73 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, McCoy. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ochai Uwosu, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson, and he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke, throw out wide to Walker. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Play action. Now it's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Deontay Thompson. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And some room to run now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing now is Locke. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And after the Russell Wilson trade, you have to ask, will Tyler Lockett be able to extend his streak of 1,000-yard seasons to 4 without the only quarterback he's ever played with in the NFL? But the way he plays, a very steady presence that catches everything in sight, I think he's got a good chance of extending that streak and becoming best friends with his new quarterback along the way. He certainly looked like it on that first down catch. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and through by Williams. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. McCoy. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout. Making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw in his lock. And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are on time at 28. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 4 down. The ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Throwing on 3rd and long. McCoy. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And this is going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. J.J. Watt showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 8. McCoy. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cardinals take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or
he's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 81 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our game here in the fourth. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And my goodness, another interception. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Shotgun snap to Locke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery. Touchdown for Arizona. Now Prater to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Locke now on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 59 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tariq Woolen in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, he did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now it's Lockett. A good return there, call it 13 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They run again with Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lock gonna throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge the secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lock to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Again, it's Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards will take over here just shy of the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? If it's kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Here's a handoff to Connor. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now McCoy. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Block off of play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge.
78 yards.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right, throw it.
And McCoy loses the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball.
Fortunate to get that football back.
It's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the one I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Now McCoy.
He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going to run. Here's Connor.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. not going to throw it here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. So the victory here for Seattle. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover.